What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Cool Sports Guys, the pod. My name is Jose. I'm going to be your host this evening. Joining me today is Tom. Always great to have you, Tom. How you doing today?
I am wonderful. 4 more days to Super Bowl, so excited and ready to go.
I've heard of this little football game going on. Yes, we're going to be talking about that a little bit. And right to his left, about 10 o'clock, not across from him, not to the side of him, but right to the other side of the room is none other than Rob himself. How you doing, Rob?
Oh, I'm doing great. I want some Heineken. I'm living life. I'm back with y'all this week. Just blessed. That's
your very
how I am.
own Heineke moment going on over there.
Exactly.
Huh?
Well, yes. Yes, I am.
That's our Heineke moment for the week.
Thank you.
It's Rob.
Thank you.
Too soon. All right. Got a lot to talk about today. It's going to be great. Got football action, some boxing, MMA, you name it. We're going to be talking about it today. So without further ado, let's get to some stuff right here. So football action. There is a little football game we heard about, right? Tom, Super Bowl. What do you think? How's everything going for your team?
So far so good. They're in it. Not my initial Super Bowl pick, but the team that I knew I should have picked is in it. So I'm excited. I'm ready, and I think a lot of people were looking forward to this matchup. It's a very exciting matchup, Mahomes versus Brady. So I think we're all looking forward to it.
Super hyped for it, huh? So it's going to be a pretty good game. A lot of firepower. Should be, hopefully everybody's healthy. I know we had a couple of COVID scares during the week. Man, I can't think of the guys' names. I told you all about them too. But everything should be good by Friday or so. Everybody should be back in action. Everything should be ready to roll. What do you think, Rob? The team that you wanted to go, are they in there?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that this is the matchup that I selected from the get-go. Whenever we did our paper brackets, I'm pretty sure I picked these two teams, and y'all said, y'all, you're crazy.
Tony Romo picked it before you, just saying.
First off, Tony Romo is a no-talent hack. I'm just kidding. No, Tony Romo.
Shots
I have a lot of respect for Tony Romo. He is an incredible broadcaster. It's like he almost knows every play right before it's about to happen.
Is he broadcasting on Sunday?
I don't think he is. Oh, wow.
That actually makes me really happy.
Tony Romo, he's moving up in the world. His first Super Bowl, by the way. And
only been a broadcaster for 2 years now, right?
Yeah, but still, he's doing a great job. I'm excited for the Buccaneers to get this win, and then I hope if he doesn't retire, I'm okay with it. But just so that Patrick Mahomes can never catch him, win the Super Bowl, retire, and then you're good. You went out on top. You beat your so-called replacement in the most important game in most sports, in pretty much all sports. It's like the most important game. It's the hardest one to get to. And he got there 43 years old, beat a 25-year-old baby goat, and then sailed off into the sunset. That'd be so beautiful.
I'm so glad you mentioned that because I think we were talking about that last week, weren't we, Tom? I was like, what happens if he wins the Super Bowl? What happens there? Because we all know that Mahomes is going to win this. So, yes, spoiler alert, I'm going for the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think that's actually one of the teams that I picked. It was supposed to be Kansas City and Green Bay, but we all know how that road turned out right there. That didn't pan out very well. But I think Mahomes is going to take this, and then Tom Brady can come back next year and try again because he's not going to retire after a loss, is he? You think he would retire after a loss?
I don't think he's retiring either way.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the simple fact of knowing Brady, you talk about retiring after a win and no one being able to catch him. He could have retired after the 5th ring, after the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history. And, no one would have caught him then. Because the argument would be, what if he kept playing because he was playing way too good? So I think... Yeah. Look, knowing Brady, his competitiveness, him winning 1-2, I think most of us would be, oh, you won, now you should retire. To him is, hey, I won, I can probably do this again, let me try again. So I don't think he's retiring either way. For sure he's not retiring if he loses.
My thing about that is, though, let's say he does come back next year.
But he's not losing, right?
He's playing well, but he's not, playing well enough that he's the reason the team is... moving to the next level. What are the chances they play Green Bay again and they get all those stops. They get an interception. They get all those different things against the Saints as well. Like, what are the chances of that happening again next year? And what are they going to add to their team? Because right now, Chris Godwin is about to be a free agent.
But if you look at it from that perspective, like when that Super Bowl performance against the Rams, where they put up 13 points, and it was just such a boring game, right? Even from them, it's like, okay, Brady's done. Like, this is all he's got, all the juice he's got. A lot of people counted him out. A lot of people started blaming Bill Belichick. Whatever the case was, at the end of the day, like, and they lost in wild card the following year. Brady himself said they're the worst 8-0 team he's played for that year that they lost in wild card round. So, and then here we are a year later. Guess who's in the Super Bowl? So when you say, what are the chances of the same thing being happening? What are the chances of a guy who went to a team without any preseason, any OTAs, have never met half of these players and never played with them, took them to the Super Bowl? What are the chances of them going back into the Super Bowl if they have all these things and he built more chemistry with all these players?
My thing about it is, all fair points that you're making right now, but the breaks, I don't want to say the breaks because they all played well, the offense and defense, but I just don't think the exact same scenarios. Like next year, the Rams are going to be there. And that team.
The Rams? The guys who just got Stafford?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the thing. Sure. They just got Stafford, and he's never had a coach.
What are you trying to say, Jose?
I don't think they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Ooh.
No. Okay,
well,
so
yeah.
Here's the deal.
They're going to be there.
They may not make it to the Super Bowl, but they damn sure are going to make the playoffs. And if I was any team, I would not want to have to play that team first round. And you know what? Nobody might have to play them first round. They might get the bye because they're that stacked. So just for Tampa Bay, going back to that, I just don't see it. Running it back is hard enough. Running it back as a 43-year-old, even harder.
Well, next year will be 44.
Yeah.
But Rob, okay, let me ask you this. Let's say Drew Brees retires, right? Who are you picking to win the division?
Who's in the division? I'm trying to think.
So you have Panthers, who's still kind of in a rebuild mode. I think they're going to be a better team next year, but I don't see them being good enough to be better than the Bucs. If Drew Brees retires, maybe they'll beat Bucs in one of the games. Do you think they'll beat them in both games? I doubt it.
Well, we have to see who they have playing as quarterback. That's the most important thing. Because Jameis, while he isn't the greatest quarterback in the world, he's not bad. He's
not,
the ball.
and I get that. But all of these things, everything about all these teams are such a question. Except, I mean, the biggest thing we can come up for the Bucs is Chris Godwin's a free agent. Oh, I'm sorry, they don't have any other receivers left.
They do have other receivers left. Look, that's not the main. I'm not trying to die on this hill right now. All I'm saying is what you're not agreeing with me on is that they did catch breaks.
They did. I agree.
The chances that they run
that.
into those breaks again
But
and make
they
it
might
all the
not
way
need
back.
to run into those same breaks again. That's all I'm saying.
Well, here's the deal, because this is the other thing that I forgot to mention is Aaron Rodgers. He is probably walking in to Lambeau, pulling up a chair, and saying, "You're going to give me every single thing that I want," because Tom Brady got every single thing that he wanted down there, and they just made it to the Super Bowl. He's like, "I'm still. How old is he? 30." He's 38. He's still got time to play. Give me a freaking receiver or I'm out of here. And they're going to be like, "Yes, sir, whatever you need, sir. You just had an MVP season. You tried it our way for 2 years, and we almost got there and lost both times. Let's do it your way one time to see how it goes."
I hate that argument.
I don't care.
Dude, no.
I don't care.
Aaron Rodgers going, "You're going to give me everything that I need and everything that I want."
Yeah.
Okay, you had an MVP season with what you had.
Yeah.
You made it to the NFC Championship game with what you had.
Yeah.
You played at the home court what you wanted with what you had.
Yeah.
You were 8 points down at first and goal, and you didn't convert 3 straight times.
So here's the deal, though. He's going to say the same thing. I'm glad you brought that up, because that was not his choice at the end to not go for it. It was the coach's choice to go for the kick. So hold on. Don't interrupt me right now. We're arguing. This is my turn. He didn't get to make that choice. and he wanted to keep going for it, because what happens if you go for it? They have to start from that field position right there.
Agreed.
So Aaron Rodgers, let's say Devontae Adams obviously is going to be back. Aaron Jones might not be back, but let's say they do get Will Fuller, or they get some sort of wide receiver that can come in and be a beast. I mean, not saying that there are other players aren't beasts, but none of them are Devontae Adams.
Like a Devontae, I don't know, like a backup to Devontae.
Exactly.
I get that. I fully agree with you. Here's the only...
You don't fully agree with me because you wouldn't be arguing.
Well, you're right.
At one point.
Here's the only thing with that. Me and Jose talked about this. I kept,
so y'all are talking without me about things
I
now.
kept picking on the same... Ask Jose how many times I picked on the same play call. I said, hey, you're a 4th and goal. You're 8 points down. Do you kick a field goal or do you go for it with Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback? I agreed it was a horrendous call, but... If I were to say, hey, Rob, at 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, and 3rd and goal, I put the ball in Rodgers' hands and he can't convert. And by the way,
Give him a 4th try.
by the way, they were the best red zone offense, at least one of the best red zone offense this year. Why is Rodgers not getting the touchdown on 3 straight tries?
Look, man,
That's all I want to know.
I don't have that answer for you. I'm not going to say that, yes, he should have probably scored on one of those, and I am one of the people that say, hey, man, you could have just ran it in right there. I'm one of those. All right, I got you. But I'm saying that the NFC is going to be better next year. Or the teams that were there, the teams that they played, maybe not the Saints, but other teams are going to be, Washington's going to be better. Green Bay will for sure be better. The Rams are going to be better. Seattle, don't know. They might be the same, but Seattle the same is still bad. Or still bad for Tampa. And who else made the playoffs? I'm trying to think. I lost somebody.
Washington.
I already said Washington. Look, first off, we might not get Heineke back,
So,
but we're going to be
for
killing
the-
it.
So for the NFC South, here's what the Bucs got to contend with: breezeless team,
For Breeze.
Saints,
Okay.
breezeless. Panthers team that went 5-11 this last year. A Falcons team that went even worse at 4-12. That's who they have to contend with. So I kind of give. Maybe they can run a table. Playoff run is very viable for Tampa, right?
But that's my point. Once they make the playoffs, how many of us sitting across right here is willing to bet against Brady?
But
I will, yeah. Next year.
But the thing is, I was going to answer Rob's question though. Like you said, they had to catch a lot of breaks. Maybe not as many in the Packers game, but the Packers game was their defense held them down. Like you said, Rodgers could not get anything going. 2-3 tries, they stopped him, kept stopping him over and over again. But the Saints, a lot of breaks happen off those, deflections. A lot of passes that 3 interceptions for Brady, right? Was it the Saints game? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
No,
think
3 interceptions in the Green Bay game.
the Green Bay game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I don't think Brady threw a pick in the Saints game.
Brady didn't throw a pick. No,
Drew Brees.
Drew Brees
Yeah.
threw it.
That's where I
Yeah,
was going with 3.
correct.
That's
very
I know
fair.
somebody threw interception. So those breaks had to happen. But yeah, in the Packers game, I think the defense is already there. We already know the Tampa Bay defense is stellar and everything. So I think what could happen more likely 9 out of 10 times for me next year, like we're like this, I think they can beat the Packers a lot more often than they would beat the Saints. The Saints, a lot of stuff had to go wrong for Drew Brees to.
Yeah, I think
That
overall
was-
team, the Saints were a better or a bigger threat to Bucks than the Packers were. But that's a personal opinion. Yeah, no,
I disagree.
yeah, I know. I can tell. I see that.
The Saints are by far. If they were going to lose again, that won't. A lot of things had to happen. What they only lose by a few points to the Saints.
Yes, Bucks beating the Saints gave me all the hopes in the world that Bucks were going to beat the
no,
Packers.
I
It was
was-
just a matter for me. I kept saying the one thing over and over: what the weather's going to do to them.
Yeah, I thought I thought both teams for sure were going to beat Tampa Bay, especially after the way that Heineke played against them and like how close that game was. I know, don't look at me like that. I know. I'm just saying that gave me concern because I didn't think that Heineke plays at the level that Aaron Rodgers plays, and Heineke didn't play at the level that Drew Brees can play at.
So it's funny because I was on a phone call with Jose
Oh, another
2
conversation.
days
with them.
ago.
We invited you to this one.
Yeah, you were invited.
I was on baby duty, man.
And that's fine.
Have a kid, they said. on a phone call with Jose, I actually mentioned I feel like Heineke outplayed Rodgers and Drew Brees in the playoffs. I could be wrong on the Rodgers part, but you get the point.
I think what it was
Outplayed Brady, that's for sure.
is that the Buccaneers defense just wasn't prepared for a galaxy neutron blast like Heineke to come through. They were prepping for Alex Smith all that time, and then Heineke came in and slapped them in the mouth and said, hey, this is my house now, all right? Mm-hmm. And they already had plans for Drew Brees, and they had plans for Aaron Rodgers. They didn't know Heineke was a stud like that, slanging the ball, running with those tree trunks of legs, dominating the game. I literally saw him throw a man over his shoulder.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you consider a break in a game?
3 interceptions.
By the defense?
Yeah.
Like the Tampa Bay defense?
Yeah.
Well, we're talking about Tampa Bay as the team, not just Tom Brady.
Okay, but here's the deal.
Right? Like,
I'm saying the team caught breaks. They did catch breaks. What are the chances that a man who just had like a phenomenal MVP season, his receiver, had an MVP season too, and you stop them like that again? What are the chances?
I agree, but isn't it the same team going into next year?
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. So what's your question?
I don't think I posed the question. I think I'm just saying that I don't think that they're going to make it back.
I only think offense is only going to get better on Tampa next year.
We'll see.
They have to. I mean, like you said, 43 years old. You can't be. You can't
get much worse than that, I guess.
For a guy like Tom Brady, I mean, we're at this peak. Like, is he going to get better? The best Tom Brady we're going to see at 45?
Well, I think he is on, not a cliff, obviously, but he is on a decline. Yeah. This isn't the best season. He's here mostly due to the work put in from their defense.
I would love to have a terrible season like his with 40. I mean, I agree with you. It's not
40 touchdowns, but how many interceptions did he have? 16, I think.
Yeah, and I think like half of those were the New Orleans game, the second one.
Jeez, yeah.
It was like 6 of them.
Well, it was 11 going into the postseason. And then he threw, was it 11 or 12 going into the postseason, and then he threw 3 in the postseason?
Yeah, I don't think he's done that many in the postseason. Postseason, he's been stellar. Like, I mean.
But even the picks in the postseason, I mean, one of them went off the hands of Mike Evans near the end zone.
Yeah.
Right? And the other one was, if I remember correctly, there was another one that was a 3rd and long. I mean, that's... At that point, like, would you rather take a sack or just throw the ball away? Because, I mean, essentially the next play is going to be a punt. Mm-hmm. Same thing's going to happen.
I don't know. The one that he got hit right after he threw it, I think that was just a bad decision on his point. Like, he shouldn't have just thrown that ball. Like, if he was like...
To the right side of the field. Yeah.
Just going to throw it up there, he should have just thrown it out of bounds.
But wasn't that a 3rd down play?
I believe it was, yeah.
Maybe that's Rob about this on Madden. He goes for it on 4th down every single time.
Dude.
So
Case Keenum.
I'm just
killing the game.
What's a punt? You don't even know that play
exactly.
exists on his play. He takes it out of the playbook.
That's why I score 70 points a game.
Just saying. But
wait, so Rob, what's the Bucs record going to be next year?
10-6.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
Want to put a 6-pack Heineken on it?
Yes.
So those 6
Jose,
losses,
you want in on this?
Count me in, man.
I say 12-4.
Those 6 losses, though, are they going to be division? Or are they
actually, who do they play next year?
They don't have the schedules.
Yeah, they do.
They have it fully out already? Holy cow.
Well, they know the teams that they're playing.
Oh, okay.
You think out of those 6 losses, you think 6 losses are in division or out?
I'm going to say 2 losses from division.
Against?
Which are?
I think they drop 1 to the Saints.
Fair enough.
With or without Breeze?
Don't matter. Sorry for that.
Right.
Bless you.
Yeah, with or
You're
without Breeze.
You're on air,
Rob.
And man, those other teams aren't that good. But
the Falcons
hey,
that's true.
Here's something you would like. They play Rams.
Oh, they're going to lose to the Rams for sure.
Are they going to lose to the Patriots?
They're not going to lose to the Patriots.
Jets?
They'll beat the Jets.
Philly?
With or without Deshaun?
Yeah, they'll beat Philly.
Cowboys?
Ooh, Cowboys are, I don't know. Cowboys, I think, will give them a run for their money.
Giants?
They'll beat the Giants.
Bills?
They lose to the Bills.
So you got 3 losses so far.
Okay.
And then you got 2 division losses.
Yeah, so
that's 5.
Okay.
Dolphins?
Oh, they lose to the Dolphins.
Bears again?
Nah, they beat the Bears.
And your team?
Which one? Washington?
Yes.
Oh.
What do you mean, which one?
They lose to Washington. I'm gonna say 9-7.
Wow.
Man.
9-7.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll forget the 10-6 bet. I'll put a 12-pack Heineken on it.
Done.
Deal. Jose, you're our witness. Do you want in on this bet?
12-pack Heineken? Yeah, I got it. I don't even know all the details of the bet.
Well, here, fine print. This is assuming Tom Brady still plays. If they sign Jameis Winston back?
Yes, that's fair. That's fair.
Jameis Winston, they're going to run the table. Super Bowl or bust with him. No? Just kidding. But I think you were talking about like the weather and everything like that too. Because I think this weekend we looked at the weather and there's some bad, what do they call it? Bad weather coming over. Where were they playing at? Oh, that's right.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
So what do you think? Brady's going to play better with that, or he's going to play worse? I'll take anybody wants to take that one.
I think Tampa is going to play better with that.
They're going to play better?
Yeah. I think Tampa Bay has a better running game. And with the if it rains, as of right now at night, it's a 71% chance of rain this Sunday. So if and I don't know how much experience Mahomes has throwing the ball in the rain. So between Mahomes and Brady, I think I give the edge to Brady just because of his experience in the league, and he's played in snowy games. He's played in rainy games before. I believe it was the Cowboys-Patriots game last year. It wasn't a very high-scoring game, but Brady knew to put some gloves on. He was still making throws. I think that's a little bit of an advantage Brady there. And then on top of that, run game, man. It starts to rain and you can't throw and you're going to start running that ball. Yeah. I'm picking Tampa's running game over Kansas City's. Kansas City's not bad at all.
What?
Kansas City's running game is not bad at all. But yeah, no, I'm definitely taking Tampa's run game.
Man.
The only thing about Kansas City's run game is that 2 of their linemen are out.
Yeah.
So that's going to be rough.
Well, you got Fisher and who else? Somebody else is out?
I don't remember who else, but yeah, I'm pretty sure 2 are out.
Man, left tackle is a big deal, yeah. I know
So-
Fisher being out.
But the thing about the Bucks, and even though I do have them picked to win this game, is they already struggle catching balls from Brady. I wonder how that's going to be affected with the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe better.
The catching better,
I think the ball won't have as much zip on it.
but I don't know, man.
All they got to do is just let a little air out of them and then be fine, right?
Yeah.
Calm down, buddy. Just
What
you gotta
happened?
let it go.
What did I say?
You gotta let it go.
Or you know what? We could just wait 3 minutes and they could throw a flag and then be late flags all over the place. I'm not bitter. I'm just saying sometimes the refs do throw late flags. Hey, it's okay.
That jersey was pulled back like 3 feet.
And you know what?
That
When you wait 3 minutes to reflect on a situation like that, and you can call it throw a flag. Like, oh, where's that flag at? Oh, here it is. Never mind. I'm over that.
Do you know what he's referring to, Rob?
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
The pass
Make
interference
sure.
call.
He's just Rob's.
I'm just listening. Okay. I'm
I
just
just wanted to.
soaking it in.
I just wanted people to know that, it should have been Green Bay. But we can move on. I'm not bitter about that at all.
Hey, we all said though, either way, whoever made it in, it was going to be a good Super Bowl.
Yeah.
All these last 4 teams, like it's going to be. I know we're picking it apart right now, but this is going to be a hell of a Super Bowl.
It's gonna be pretty good, yeah.
Watch it be like a 13-10 game.
Hey, I still love every minute of it.
I like that though. I know people usually I know in this age of football, you like to have people.
Well, because
high
people
scoring
want
games.
entertainment. I definitely enjoyed watching the Rams-Patriots Super Bowl.
Yeah, I love a good defensive struggle.
Yeah.
It just shows you, like the strategy involved in it. Like it gets amplified on those kind of games. People don't notice it. I like it when it's a low scoring game. Also, let me clarify. It has to be good teams too. It can't just be somebody that's fumbling left and right and everything. Because a good defensive struggle is, it's very rare. So especially if it happens in the Super Bowl, I wouldn't mind a 13-10 game between these two guys. Highly unlikely though. I don't think.
Yeah, there's no way.
I will add one more thing to the rain. I think it's going to be a lot more shorter passes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You're not if it rains heavy, you're not going to see a lot of long passes. It's going to be a lot of slot receivers or slot throws. inside the lines. And again, I think a little bit advantage Brady there because he's done that for so long in his career. All those 5-yard downs.
I don't know. I think Mahomes will throw it really far, even if it rains. It could be thundering. He'll just throw it 30 yards.
He's got that touch, man. He can
Do it, man.
And he's got Travis Kelce.
It's like a metaphorical zip line. He's just like, here you go, guys. You just catches and go into the end zone. Just hold up for a minute.
Do a backflip.
Yeah, just hold up for a second. Let them know that you're there, and then backflip into the end zone. If you don't mind, then it happens. That man's a beast. Just saying. But, yeah. Either way, I think it's going to be a great game. Yeah, I think we can all agree that it will be an amazing game. How about, I guess our next one was going to just throw out who we're going for. I think our conversation here in the last few minutes may have outlined who each one of us is going for.
So we're Bucks and you're Chiefs?
I didn't pick yet.
Oh, I just assumed. So, yeah, we're Bucks and you're Chiefs.
Are you,
Yeah.
are you going with the Chiefs with me? Are you
Nah,
my
you're
homie?
on your
I'm going to pick the Kansas City Chiefs to lose this game.
Oh, okay, there we go. I was about to say, man,
I
really?
just wanted to see
I
Rob's
was like,
reaction.
This happened so quick. Okay, all right. So we'll just mark it down, jot it down official. Tom is for the Chiefs.
Heineken?
I'm already owed some Heineken.
If you had to pick one player who's going to get his Heineke moment in just this game, not for the whole week, just this game right here, who do you think is going to have that Heineke moment this week?
I'm going to have a big gamble here and just say something really random.
Okay.
How about another 80-plus yard touchdown from Ronald Jones?
Now,
Just that nice little rush.
Really?
Why not? Why not? Why not?
I think Mahomes is going to have that Heineke moment.
That is such a safe bet.
Yeah,
Come on.
I'm a safe guy.
What if
My old
Mahomes
age.
throw like 4 picks?
That was
What if
hurtful.
he just freaks out, man?
What do you-
What if he just goes on that stage and he's just like, oh my God, I am playing Brady.
This guy,
And the only playoff loss I have is against this guy.
he's going to freak out like after the performance of a lifetime in the last 2-3 years, whatever? No. Sir, no. That can't happen.
I'm going to go with Devin White.
Then what? Okay.
Ooh.
He's been playing really well. He's obviously young, but he's been hyping his team up a lot. Him and Levante David. I'm picking, if I had to pick between those, I think both of them are going to have good games, but I'm going to go with Devin White. He's going to have that Heineke moment.
Well, let me find out if this guy's playing first because I don't know all the injury stuff and everything.
Devin White's playing for sure.
Oh, Devin White. No, yeah. I'm talking about, for my player that I'm going to go off the grid here. And
Oh, okay.
is playing on Super Bowl. Y'all can keep talking. I'm just going to look it up real quick. But my pick, if he's playing, then let's go ahead.
Didn't you just pick Patrick Mahomes?
I'm going to go off because I don't want to go with a safe bet.
Are you going to go with Le'Veon Bell?
Yes, let's go ahead. Is he playing?
Really?
Is that really who you're going with?
Yeah.
No, he's playing for sure, yeah.
Okay, then that's going to be my guy.
Hey, that's a good pick.
Thank you.
He hasn't really been like Le'Veon Bell yet. So this is his moment.
It's time to shine.
It's
man.
his Heineke moment.
I think you can do it.
That's the same thing with Antonio Brown, though, to be fair. So who's the better stealer? Is it going to be Le'Veon Bell or is it going to be Antonio Brown?
Who is right now? Right now, Brown's been doing a lot more work. But
I'm saying in this specific game, who's the better
in
former
this
stealer?
game that happens.
Who do you think is the better stealer overall in the first place?
Oh gosh. Well,
I think Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, yeah, what?
yeah,
I'm thinking
I'd have to go
Antonio
with
Brown.
too. They both missed about the same amount of time playing, I guess, for different reasons, whatever they may be.
AB's arguably, like, he's for sure one of the top receivers ever.
Oh, yeah. He's a monster. So let's hope he comes back for this game.
All right, guys.
He still got Scotty Miller, if not, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Hottie too hottie.
I'm not saying they're the same, but, I mean, dude, come on. He's quick. He can catch. It's not like Godwin. Each time it's not a 50-50
that's-
ball.
Yeah.
He needs to have his Heineke moment, especially if he's going to try to sign somewhere else in free agency. He needs to make sure, hey, y'all saw me in the Super Bowl, get me paid,
Yep.
and go sign with the Rams.
So we're gonna take a little small.
I'm excited for that Rams-Bucks game next year. I'm sorry, Jose. Continue.
Yeah, man. Just like, gonna take a small little breakdown. After that, we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about some hypotheticals happening a lot around the league. We're talking about Carr with the Raiders, Andrew Luck, Patriots, all this good stuff. We're gonna do that after the break, and we'll be right back.
drink beside me. Let's open up, girl, speak your mind. I just wanna have a conversation, no obligation. Show me vulnerable. We ain't come here for no lonely night. We ain't looking for no shallow type. Ulterior motives just put aside. Appreciation we've been trying to find. We've been trying to find. We've been trying to find. So come and have this drink beside me. Let's open up, girl, speak your mind. I just wanna have a conversation, no obligation. Show me vulnerable. Show me vulnerable. No obligation. Show me vulnerable. Show me vulnerable. Yeah. Let's not come off too impressed. How about we just do our best to express what we're thinking? Don't even know your name, but the way you're touching me is telling me it's gonna change. Like, telling me it's gonna change. Like, we've been trying to find. So come and have this drink beside me. Let's open up, go speak your mind. I just wanna have a conversation, no obligation. Show me vulnerable. Show me vulnerable. No obligation. Show me vulnerable. Come and have this drink beside me. Let's open up, go speak your mind. I just wanna have a conversation, no obligation. Show me vulnerable. Show me vulnerable. Yeah.
All right. We're back now. Gonna continue on with that football talk for the day. And yeah, we have a question in the chat. What was it? Fournette versus Clyde. And I don't know if that's a question mark. It says, and picking Tampa, question mark. Are you picking Tampa or are we picking? So I think they're agreeing with you guys that Tampa is a bad choice to be picking, right? That's what you're getting from the chat. Y'all seen this?
Tampa's a bad choice.
You said the comments had. Wait, what?
On the chat room, it says, Daniel says, first, I think he's saying Fournette versus Clyde.
Okay.
That's a question.
That's running back versus running back.
And picking Tampa says question mark right afterwards. So
Okay, so what's wrong with
Was
so
it-
what's wrong with
hey,
picking Tampa though? Like,
Are you picking Tampa or is it you picking Tampa?
Yeah.
What?
there's no
I did
exclamations. I see what you're talking about now. Okay, I see this.
So first, let's break it down. Fournette versus Clyde. Who's got the edge there? And then we can
Fournette.
Fournette.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Yeah,
Playoff Lenny.
man.
He's
yeah.
bringing the heat.
that.
And look, I think Tampa can make Tampa's offensive line can make the gap that Kansas City. And Tampa has a really good defensive line. That's why they're the number one run defense.
That wasn't that.
That's it. I mean, I
That
think
was-
even if the players were switched, depending on the team they were on, it would be harder for Kansas City to run the ball.
Right. Okay, I'll give you that one. But I mean, you got the 1-2 punch. You got Clyde and Le'Veon. We're just talking about Le'Veon. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good thing right there. You got a good jab with the left, and then you got a right hook. You got Le'Veon Bell right there. So nice little boxing analogy for you guys right there. So,
As long as Ronald Jones don't fumble the ball.
but as far as the second part of that and picking Tampa, let's just say that they're picking Tampa, and then they agree with you guys. And I'm sorry to hear that. So because we all know Kansas City's going to win. Just
Huh.
no, oh no, just me. Okay.
Just you, yeah. You're the only one. You're the only one.
So Thanks for the comment there, Daniel. So we're gonna move on to the next one. What was our next topic on the docket? Hypothetical questions, right? I heard. You want to start with that one?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Absolutely. So now we're talking about something came out today. I don't know who broke the story or if it is a story, if it's actual news. But Raiders thinking about making trades, getting rid of Carr, and leaves the question. That's why you guys see the picture on the screen right now. Is that a good trade? What do y'all think about a trade between the Raiders and Deshaun? I don't know why I said Raiders and Deshaun. Raiders and the Texans.
Oh, it's between the Raiders and Deshaun. The Texans have no choice.
Fair enough. All right. So how do you feel about that one? Let's take this one first. Rob, Tom, let's take the first.
Listen, as a fan of the sport, I love this. I love it so much because if this trade goes through in the same division, you have the Broncos. Nobody cares about that. But you have Justin Herbert playing for the Chargers. You got Deshaun Watson playing for the Raiders. You got Mahomes playing for the Chiefs. Mahomes versus Chiefs twice a year. Sign me up. I'm ready. Herbert versus Deshaun. Not as crazy of a matchup as Mahomes versus Deshaun, but yeah, sign me up. I think I'll be very entertained to watch it. If I do think Watson is a better player than Carr is.
Yeah.
Simple fact of life. And I think if he goes to the Raiders, it's going to be a pretty good team. I think he can turn that 7 wins to 10 or 11. You know, it'll be like when Brady went to the Bucks. Maybe we'll see.
They're Super Bowl contenders all of a sudden if Carr comes to the Texans.
It could be.
Yeah.
You don't. I mean, hey, could be.
I don't know, man.
My thing is, who would they trade? Because there's no way in hell the Texans would accept a straight up swap for Derek Carr. And, I mean, obviously there's going to be draft picks involved, but the Texans have said that they want players too. So who are they going to get?
Who cares?
No, they care. That's the thing. They care a lot. They want their team to be in a good position if they have to give up Deshaun Watson.
Texas needs to realize they're screwed either way. And just, sorry, continue.
I mean, I think they 100% are screwed either way. I think this is a terrible trade, not just for the Texans, but for Deshaun. I mean, if he goes to the Raiders, what is he going to do there? Like, he has no chance of like running it to a Super Bowl that season. It's going to take some time, and they're going to have to give away all their picks in order to get him in the first place. So they're not going to really have any future. I mean, they could still draft, but they'd have to draft really, really well in like the second, or it couldn't even be second round. It had to be third round in order to get some quality players in there. And then he's going to be throwing it to Darren Waller, which would be awesome. Darren Waller, Nelson Aguilar, a little bit less awesome. Even more awesome, Henry Ruggs would be dope, and then Josh Jacobs in the backfield. That would be an awesome offense, but my thinking is that the Texans would probably ask for either Henry Ruggs or Josh Jacobs, or for both in that trade.
No.
I think they would ask for defense.
I think whenever you have options like that, 2 young studs, I would try to get one of them.
Yeah, but how many? Hey, maybe if Chris Godwin catches balls this Sunday, Raiders can sign him.
Hey, maybe. But if I were him, I'd sign with the Rams. Go to the Rams.
Would you rather have Matt Stafford throw you the ball or Deshaun Watson throw you the ball?
There's no question.
If I'm trying to win right now, Matt Stafford.
Fair enough. Okay.
You can win right now with Deshaun Watson.
No, you can't.
Yeah. Tell me.
On that team, on the Raiders?
On the Raiders?
And you got to face Mahomes twice.
I'll see. I mean, one of those games was the last-minute touchdown pass from Mahomes. So, like, he had to have
Jose.
Superman.
Just let it
right
die.
You can win right now. Listen, I don't
Jose,
want Deshaun
we understand
to leave.
you're trying to keep him there.
I don't want Deshaun to
Just let it die, man.
Y'all know how I feel. I don't want Deshaun to leave. If he's going to leave, it's going to be a very sad moment for me, okay?
Yeah,
so,
and he can 100% lead a team to the Super Bowl, but not that team. And honestly, I don't think any team that he goes to if he goes anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this season or this upcoming one will be his season.
So you're saying if Matt Stafford was throwing for the Raiders or Deshaun Watson, that's the pick, right? Like, what would happen there? Is that what you're saying?
Wait, are you asking me if it was Matthew Stafford on the Raiders versus Deshaun Watson on the Raiders?
Yeah, because
That is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Matthew Stafford throwing on the Rams.
on the Rams.
If I'm Chris Godwin, I would rather sign to the Rams.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm not saying Matthew Stafford.
I was like,
Although, first off, yeah, Matty Staff, yeah, he can throw the ball.
Who's ever called him Matty Staff?
This guy.
right here.
You don't think there's any team in the NFL Watson can go to and make it his year to go to the Super Bowl?
For what the Texans want, I don't think so. So even if he were to get traded to Miami, I don't think so.
Who would Miami give up?
They have to give up their two best defensive stars. So probably Xavier Howard. And who else?
What if instead of defensive stars, Miami says, hey, I'll give you the next 6 years worth of first rounders?
No.
Say, hey, I'll give you Tua.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I'll give you
because
Tua
of
and
the division
Fitzmagic.
they're in. Fitzmagic's a free agent.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
okay.
come to
Trade for
Washington.
Tua, the next 5 years worth of picks, first round picks, and followed by one of the best defensive players I have.
I'm still saying no. I don't think they'll make it. To the Super Bowl? I think people hold too much stock in, okay, first off, let me say this lightly.
Look, maybe
Deshaun Watson is great, but
Yes.
I don't think he is like me going to this team is an automatic Super Bowl win, even if it's a good team.
dude, any player going into any team, making the Super Bowl is so hard.
Yeah,
I get that. But,
Unless you're Tom Brady.
that's true.
I mean,
He just went
look,
from one team
that's
to another.
the
and just
GOAT.
did it. Yeah.
That's
But it's still
I don't know, man. I wouldn't put it past him. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I get that it's very hard. Miami actually missed the playoffs this year. But
10-6, huh?
they went 10-6 and missed the playoffs this
Yeah,
year.
but yeah, you have
I'm
Deshaun
just-
Watson.
I'm just saying. But exactly.
No, it's
You,
look.
you can't add two
I'm
more
calling
games
it right
into
now.
that?
I'll bet another pack of Heineken on it. If Deshaun Watson, under these circumstances that you say, let's say they don't give up great defenses, they just give up a whole bunch of picks. If he goes to Miami and they don't have to give up too much, betting right now they don't make it to the Super Bowl.
What do you think they make it to?
I will say to the AFC Championship.
Against?
Chiefs.
Man.
Oof.
I don't know,
I'll
man.
take you on that bet.
Okay.
But I mean, it's okay because you don't have
the
to worry
Super
about
Bowl's
that.
so hard.
Yeah, I don't
to,
have to. I'm
like,
not going to lose anything.
You don't have to worry about it because that's not going to happen because they're not going to.
He's not staying, Jose.
They're not going to give up their team just to get Deshaun. Deshaun's worth.
Yeah,
on
6
a
picks
team-
is a little excessive.
on a team
I'm
where
just
you're
throwing.
10-6, and you're like, let me bring in Deshaun Watson. By the way, I'm going to get rid of half my players to make this happen.
Do you think Deshaun's making this harder for
No,
him to
I
get
think-
traded?
No.
You
No,
think
I don't
Texans
think-
are?
I think the Texans are being difficult because they know without him they have nothing.
It's the most dangerous game of chicken ever played right now. I'm watching it.
I'm loving it.
He's just gonna sit out.
Every minute of it. I'm
What's
loving
gonna?
No.
Do you think you don't think he'll sit out?
No.
it. If he sits out, that'd be the
No.
most
You don't think he'll sit
gangster
out?
thing in the world.
If
My
they
God.
if they don't come up with the trade going into next season, does it now make sense for him to sit out?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, I would sit out.
Why?
Before the season even starts, he's already down like $2 million, I think, from fines. And
Done.
No.
$2 million? Do you know how much
Done.
he just?
Before the season's over? No, I think. And then plus, I think every game he misses would be $750,000. No. I don't
Okay.
think so. I don't
So it's
think-
about $12 million plus
Yeah.
the two, so $15 million to miss the season.
Done.
I know it might seem not like a lot, but I don't think that Deshaun is in the
It's
business
not a
of
lot for
losing
the guy
money.
who just signed.
It's a lot for his integrity,
not
though.
guaranteed
He
money,
needs to
though.
stick to his guns.
He does. You know what? I know I'm not. This has got nothing to do with if I think he's not a man of principle. I think he is. The question is, where money talks, and I think money will talk louder.
Does health talk? Why does he want to leave?
Yeah, what if he plays this season and then gets hurt?
Yeah,
when
what if he
coulda
gets
sat out?
hurt?
That's not-
What just happened to Dak Prescott?
Boom. That's a good
That's
point.
$33 million. What just
did-
happened to Dak
Dak
Prescott?
didn't want to leave. Dak wanted to stay there for a lot longer.
Yeah, I don't know
Dak
why.
wanted
He
a
shouldn't have.
contract. He didn't get a contract. He didn't hold out. He played, and he
Hey,
got hurt.
sign Dak Prescott, trade him to the Texans for
Two
Deshaun
different
Watson.
situations right here. No, Deshaun does not want to be here. Dak did want to.
Hey, Deshaun to Cowboys might be a good
Hey,
team.
no, that would be a good team. Hey, but you'd get
Why do you
no,
have to try to
no,
come up
no.
but you'd get Dak Prescott out of it.
No, don't do that, Deshaun.
Bring him
I
over
don't
here?
want. I don't want Deshaun going to
I
the
would
Cowboys.
be happy to have Dak Prescott. He is
Dak's good. I mean, yeah,
he's great.
he's a great. He's a great.
He
player.
would have led the league into passing
I
last
think
year
it
if
was
he
very
didn't go
unfortunate what
down.
happened to him. But you know what? That and I have no he bet on himself. That could have gone completely different way. It sucks that that's what happened to him. But that's a different situation. Though.
Him betting on himself made a lot of sense because of how much he was getting. Like, even if he didn't sign, he was only off by like $2 million.
But I mean, that's when
Because he's coming back for. I think they have to pay him $37 next year.
Who, Dak? No, he's a unrestricted free agent, I think.
Yeah, after
They
this
can
year.
franchise tag him. Oh, no, wait.
That's what I'm saying.
No, they can't.
No, he's like after this, he can pretty much.
Yeah, come to Washington. We'll have you.
No,
Hey, that's a
Oh, man.
man. He's a free agent next year.
keep your Heineke.
Yeah, this
So
up-
nobody's got to give up anything except for a big contract.
But he
for that
wants
guy.
to, I think he wants to stay a Cowboy, which I hate that he does because we'll have him.
He wants to stay a Cowboy because he's from Dallas.
Who cares where you're from?
I'm just saying. It's
Come to
about life.
DC.
But my mom lives 15 minutes down.
But that's where it's
Mom's
different,
dead.
though. I mean, because
Oh no, I apologize.
Yikes. Either way. Nothing. He just said
Yeah.
something he shouldn't have said.
But that's the thing. Different situations, right there, right, guys?
Yes,
So, like,
exactly. Well, I mean, it's different, but in the
Go for
sense
it.
that betting on yourself. So what does he get out of playing this season besides money?
Right now, the only thing that he's
What fulfillment does he get from playing? I mean, besides being there for his team and playing with his team, which he, is a good thing and which he should do. What does that give him? It doesn't give him any leverage with the Texans because he's given
he
them.
doesn't want leverage out.
He needs leverage with it. He wants leverage.
I mean, as far as he signed a contract, he has to be there and play it out. If the Texans don't budge, those are his choices right there. He either goes and plays or he doesn't and he gets fined.
I just want to know
Get
what
fined.
changed from like when he signed the contract till now.
Bill O'Brien left.
Bill O'Brien left. They couldn't bring. What did Bill O'Brien say? Don't
did
bring
he
your
like
baby
Bill
mamas
O'Brien?
into the
No,
stadium.
that was a bad joke. I'm sorry.
And then what else did they say? Don't let the inmates run the prison. Why would you want to play for that team?
Those are-
And you know who I feel
I
bad
don't
for?
know what got
But
him
that
to-
comment was said before he signed.
that was way back then.
I know, but he was. Look, the organization is the problem. Is what I'm saying. And I feel bad for
Oh,
J.J.
100%.
Watt because he doesn't want to be there either. But he has been completely overshadowed by this entire.
And no
A
one's
Deshaun
gonna argue,
Watson thing.
No one's going to argue those points. Is what I'm saying is as far as contract wise, like he's kind of like in
Sit
a
it
bind
out.
right now.
Sit it out.
I don't think he will. That's my thoughts on this.
I don't think he will sit it out, but I think he should sit it out.
I
I
think
think
it
that's the.
doesn't-
I don't think he's gonna miss all 16 games if he sits out. I feel like 3 weeks into him sitting out,
You know what he, no, you know what he does? Play the whole season, get the Texans to the playoff, sit out.
That isn't. Why would he?
But what if by that time he's like, oh my god, we're like, we
No.
just went 13 and
That
3.
just saved us a good season, and we don't have to worry about our
Nah, I
lack
would do
of
it.
picks for next.
I would
season.
just, and then while he's sitting on the bench, just middle finger up to the owner in the skybox, just like,
as
shouldn't have messed with me.
as really good Hollywood story that would be. I don't think that
I would love that.
13-3. Done that before, by the way. With Deshaun, right? Was it? Yeah, Deshaun was here.
They did not.
Wait, that
When
was
did they go 13 and 3?
Matt Schaub took him there. They won.
12 and 4.
Matt Schaub.
12 and 4, baby.
Did I
They
just say
went
that?
12 and 4.
12 and 4. Yeah, that was a season right there.
Was it Matt Schaub took them there or J.J. Watt?
Was
took
it
them
the following season where they went 2 and 14?
I don't want to talk about
there? Wait, yeah, I think it was.
the Bulls on parade were a part of that team. Yes. I mean,
Well, they had some ups and downs, man, but it's time for him to go. I think, I know you don't
Well,
want him to.
no, and that's
Hey,
fine.
come
You
to
know what?
Washington,
But
we
it
have-
has to make sense though. Like I mean, you can't just like say I need to be.
But you
traded.
can't just. Sorry, continue.
Oh yeah, I think. Does he not want to be here? Yes. We don't have to argue about those points. Does are the Texans a bad organization? Yeah, that's fine. Does he need to play? I don't think he loses that much money playing, like not playing, and proving his point. my opinion.
If he goes to Washington, are you okay with Washington giving up their 2 best?
No, I wouldn't trade Chase Young for anybody in the NFL.
Okay, so how's he gonna go to Washington? That's the same scenario as him going to
we'll figure
Miami.
Hey, 6 first rounders.
Oh, that now you're okay with that?
But here's the deal, though. Look at the team we have, how young it is, and you trade. Let's say obviously 6 isn't going to happen, but let's say 3 or 4 first rounders, or let's say
But in that sense, look at Miami.
3 years, our first and second picks for 3 years, because you would have 3 solid years of potential. Because they already made it to the playoffs. The division is so bad that
That is a good point.
they're going to have the
Nothing
first
to worry
seed
about.
with that team. They're going to have the first seed no matter what.
But the division is bad because Eagles, they can't figure anything out.
No,
I
Carson,
get that. But what if Dak comes back healthy and actually signs with the Cowboys?
Okay, then Ezekiel Elliott's just going to keep fumbling the ball.
Maybe, but even at that point, I feel like you don't, because I mean, they were all 3 of these teams
Well, you gotta
were
think
one
the
game
Cowboys
away.
are going to lose. Yeah, they're 1 game away from Alex Smith, who just had like the most incredible comeback year. Almost died, almost had his leg amputated and came back and led
I
that
get
team.
that.
But
But is Alex Smith even going to play next year?
I hope so. But if Deshaun Watson's there, I mean,
What if they
I
have
hope he can help
Heineke? Who would you rather have play?
between who?
Alex Smith and Heineke.
Alex Smith.
Wow.
No disrespect to Heineke,
Oh yeah, Alex Smith.
but I'm standing by my man.
Yeah.
It's a good song too.
Oh no, I'm picking Alex Smith too. I was caught off guard by you saying.
No, I think Heineke needs to spread his wings. He needs to find his own team. I think for right now, for a little while at least, Washington is going to be Alex Smith's team, and I want Heineke to go somewhere where he can be himself.
49ers.
The 49ers.
Hey, the 49ers, did y'all see that they were trying to trade for they wanted to swap Jimmy G and what's his name? Jimmy G and Kirk Cousins.
Interesting.
Why?
I don't know.
That is the most insane thing I've heard.
I will say this. I never had much faith in Jimmy G.
I never had much faith in Kirk Cousins. Either of those two.
I never had faith in
They're
Kirk
like,
Cousins.
they're like, hey, it's a toss-up either way. You just want to swap real quick, and we'll just see.
Yeah.
They got far though. I mean, they got far with Jimmy G. I mean,
They did.
If I was
they got credit to him,
49ers,
and they did get
if
far.
I was 49ers, I would have tried to do what the Rams did. I think that would have been a better deal for Stafford.
Apparently, did you all see that Stafford said anywhere but New England?
Correct.
Woo!
It's because of Matt Patricia.
It might be because of Bill Belichick,
No,
too.
it's because of Matt Patricia. He's like, this dude literally came as my head coach, did a horrendous job,
showing up.
finally got fired, and a few weeks later you're telling me I'm going to go play for him again?
Well, he wouldn't be playing for him because Matt Patricia's the defensive coordinator, I'd be assuming. He'd be playing for Josh McDaniels.
That's interesting. But you still got to deal with Matt
Patricia will
Patricia,
be
man.
over there in the corner, like looking.
Yeah,
at
I don't
him,
think
like,
they had
staring
a
him down.
good relationship.
Yeah, and Matthew Stafford say, here, hold my jockstrap real quick
You'd be like,
while I go carry this team.
Hey Matt, how you doing? Hello, and then just keep walking past. I don't know.
Yeah,
this
I
guy.
guess that would be awkward.
So the Patriots could make it to the playoffs, though. That'd be good, right? With Matt Stafford, because Matt Stafford is going to the
He's
playoffs
solid.
with the Rams.
Oh, he's going NFC Championship with the
So,
Rams.
So I know this is off the topics here, like off the line of topics we're going to go, but the Patriots, if Stafford went over there, would they make it to the playoffs?
No,
What do you think about that?
maybe. Actually, yeah. I'm going to go with
If
the
he
yes.
went to the Patriots,
Yeah, instead of the Rams.
I'm going to go with the yes, actually.
if he went to the Patriots instead of the Rams, no. Oh, the playoffs? They'd make the playoffs, but I don't think they'd get past the first round.
That's fair. I mean, like he did that with the Lions. He did that, how many times?
I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots make the playoffs next year, regardless.
If they did not make the playoffs?
They probably if they did, I would not be surprised.
You'd be okay. I don't know, man. I don't think they got it in them anymore.
I mean,
It all depends on who they have as quarterback, though. But they're not going to have somebody ridiculously good.
I mean, they got a pretty good pick this year, don't they?
Taylor Heineke's. Fitzpatrick is a free
I
agent.
tell you what, Bill Belichick, if he knows anything about football, you're getting Taylor Heineke down there. Stat. Pronto. You're buying him a steak.
Jose, please note down that Rob just said if Bill Belichick knows anything about football.
Hey, well, did he know anything about keeping Tom Brady there? No, he didn't. Okay. So you need to learn
He's a
something
horrible
about.
GM.
Yeah, he is.
He kept him there for what, 15, 16
Did he keep
years?
him there, or Tom Brady's love of playing for the Patriots and his team
Tom
and
was just
playing for
like,
Mr. Kraft?
I'm going to win 6 Super Bowls, and after that, that's it. No more after that. I'm going to leave Bill. Like, okay.
They had a
sounds fair.
contract.
But they had the 15th pick overall for this draft.
But most of the quarterbacks are going to be gone. The only one that I can think of being left by that point might be Trey Lance. And
Hey, I don't think you guys are realizing. Look, they drafted Brady in the 6th round. 15th pick is way ahead, bro. They got.
I get that.
There's
but
that one quarterback that
how many
nobody's
Tom
seen.
Brady's have been drafted
That's the
since he got
exception.
Yeah, I'm
drafted?
just saying.
By
Bill-
far the exception, not the rule. It's like, hey, by the way, guys, we're going to be all right. Let's just draft a quarterback 6th
Yeah.
round, and we'll be all right. We'll win 6 Super Bowls, and everything's
They
gonna
might do better like with the Rams approach and trying to trade that pick for a quarterback instead of trying to draft one.
Who would you try to trade for?
move up a little bit, get Justin Fields, because apparently he's dropping like hay over here. It's just, I don't
I don't
understand
know.
that.
Who would I trade? Oh, maybe I know this is going to sound ridiculous, but maybe not first round pick, but trade and get Sam Darnold from the Jets. If they get somebody, if they get Deshaun Watson, I'd trade for Sam Darnold.
They got a first. Oh, they have all their picks. And
I feel like if they trade for Deshaun Watson, though, Sam Darnold's going to end up in Houston.
That's a good point. No, because they're going to get all those draft picks, and they're going to draft the quarterback that they want.
Correct. And then they're going to trade Sam Darnold.
Exactly.
They're going to say, hey, throw Sam Darnold in there too. And then Houston's going to trade
No,
Sam.
I see what you're saying. But
Patriots
Houston
are
is
gonna-
getting draft picks from the Jets, so that which means they'll have the number 2. They're going to draft their franchise quarterback, trade Sam Darnold, which could be to the Patriots.
Fair
Either way,
enough.
he's getting traded.
one way or another. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye, Sam.
If that happens, he might stay on the Jets. He might be the starting quarterback, which I hope he does,
I'll tell you what.
so that we can have some good NFC. What is that? East?
Mm-hmm.
AFC?
AFC. My bad. Yeah.
That's all you said. Oh, you said.
I
Did you
said
say
NFC.
NFC East? Isn't that like the Saints and all that? Or
Yeah.
It's
Like I said the
close
wrong
enough.
one. It's
It's in
okay.
the same.
I flippy flopped.
It's in the same area. So, all right, we're gonna take a small little break. Come right to the back. Right after that, we're gonna talk about one last hypothetical, one more break in the news. But this is gonna be a little Andrew Luck teaser right here. See what happens with him. But let's take a small little break, and we'll be right back after some messages, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, I'll just talk during the break.
Just
Give me a phone book and I'll
go
go
ahead.
through and start doing free ads for everybody.
one day we'll have messages here.
There we go,
So
yeah.
go ahead. Not bad.
get it, cause I'm really focused, man. I make it with the rap and I just follow my path, I just follow my passion. To me, this is what's precious. Yeah, in my soul, man, I can feel it. So every single verse, man, I just gotta go and kill it, man. I gotta be the kid. I could be the guy taking you wild. I could be the villain, but good as a kid. Lately, I'm painting my path on my way. Yeah, I got no time that I can waste. So I've been sitting in this space. Yeah, making rest every day, man. You know that I go insane. Yeah, I hit you with a bullet to the brain. Let us stop first, cause we going insane. You don't know what I'm gonna do. You don't know what is next. And I'm loving the fact, truly it's making me blessed. Cause I work on my team, no snakes in the grass. And we have a trust in the wind because of the work that we did in the past. Because of the work that we did in the past. When we went to hours, we barely got rest. So I get the realm and we didn't finesse. So I got the feelings that we might be next. Cause when we go in, we win in the match. When we go in, we win in the match. So that's how we do, cause we be the best. We be the best, best. Yeah, we be the best. Whoa. Yeah, we be the best, best. We be the best. Hey. Yeah, we be the best, best. Hey, we be the best. Yo, you wanna come and test? Whoa, you want to see we the best? Hey, you don't see that we're the best kid, so I suggest you never really come and test it. But otherwise, I will smack your face like Michael Jordan does with a ball in the basket. Oh damn kid, but you didn't expect it. You never really thought that this could just happen, but now when it come on, now we.
All right, guys, we are back. So let's see here. We left off at the break talking about hypotheticals, and we did hear some news, some text messages might have been leaked about Andrew Luck possibly making a comeback. So wanted to talk about that, see how you felt. What if he came back to the Colts? Tom, what do you think? What do you think about that? How would that change?
I think the Colts would be an extremely good team if Andrew Luck came back to the Colts.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, talk about a quarterback going to a team and potentially going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Colts can if Andrew Luck came back, assuming he's in football shape.
I think he'd have to be in a lot more than football shape. Like, he'd have to get his... I mean, he's been chilling for, a whole year now? Maybe almost 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
I disagree. I don't think they would win the Super Bowl. However, I do think they would give the Chiefs a run for their money.
AFC Championship?
Yep.
So are you just automatically expecting the Chiefs,
Yes.
no matter what, to repeat?
Yeah. Or not. I mean, I'm not...
Well, yes and no, because you're expecting the Chiefs to lose.
I think they will be 3-time NFC champions.
AFC.
God damn. They'll be 3-time AFC champions, but they won't be
They would be
3-time
both, man.
Super Bowl.
They would be AFC and NFC champs. So good.
Hey, you never know. Oh, if you win the Super Bowl, you might as well be.
Yeah. Yeah, well, everything. I do not think the Colts would go. Are we talking about, would they make it to the Super Bowl? Is that what the question is?
You asked the question. I don't remember.
How do you think
Oh, I thought you changed it.
it'll go for the Colts if Andrew Luck came back?
How would it go? Yeah, no, they don't make the playoffs with Andrew
What?
Luck.
They don't make
They
the
don't
playoffs?
make the playoffs?
No.
They just
You
made the
are
playoffs with Philip
insane.
Rivers.
And they
No,
almost beat the Bills.
You got a strong Jacksonville team right now making a push, and what else we got over here?
With who?
With their great quarterback. Who's they're gonna have what's his
Lawrence?
name? No, Trent Edwards. He's gonna draft him. They're gonna pick the. It's gonna be.
Jose, it's Jacksonville.
Okay, we got.
They're one of the
Jacksonville.
worst organizations in football.
No, I think
Even
people-
Jacksonville was surprised when they made it to the AFC Championship game 3 years ago.
No, but in all seriousness, no, I think with the Colts, I don't know if they make it to the playoffs. I think with they had Rivers getting them all the way there. I don't think they make it to the playoffs. Be a hard push though. But I mean, what else? I cannot think of the third team on our freaking division. Texans, Colts, Jaguars,
Tennessee.
oh, for crying out loud. Yeah,
It's going to be
with that.
Tennessee and Colts again.
Yeah, so,
Texans are not going to have Deshaun Watson. Let's face it. They're going to go 2-14 again.
Why you gotta keep doing that with me, man?
I'm
yeah,
just-
but the Jaguars will have Trevor Lawrence.
That's what I was asking. Isn't that who they're going to draft?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, there's no chance.
Did I not say his
You
name?
said Trent.
Lawrence.
Yeah, that's why I was like, when I said Lawrence, you're like, nah. I was like, oh, who are they going to get?
That was me, yeah. I just took out a few letters from his name and made up a whole nother name. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but what else what else is Jacksonville going to have?
Not a cap space. I don't know.
If Andrew Luck come back right now, there's a great O-line. You have good running game. You have good receivers. You have a great defense. You have a great coach. You have a great GM.
So they have a pretty good shot, I guess.
So you say not make the playoffs at all?
They wouldn't. It's for 1 and out, if anything. Yeah, I mean, like same thing.
That's surprising.
I just don't think
He's good.
I don't think
man.
Andrew Luck is the great equalizer, though. I mean, like it's still he's been out for a while, so I don't think he's gonna get there and then be. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, you said it's just all hype, right? It's not real.
Yeah, I don't think it's actually going to
Okay,
happen,
so,
but
I don't have to worry about Andrew
I
Luck.
would love
again.
for it to happen.
it'd be
Because I
sweet if it
Because
did.
I already had to worry about Andrew Luck the first time he came into the league and said, "Okay, he's the greatest quarterback since."
Well, assuming
John Elway or
Andrew
something,
Luck
whatever.
doesn't come
Since
back,
Tom Brady.
what's Colts QB situation going to be like anyway?
Man, I don't know. Maybe they trade some draft picks to the Lions to get Jared Goff.
No.
Outside of that, what do they have? Carson Wentz, Jimmy G. There's not that many great options left. Dak Prescott, unless he... Damn, Dak Prescott to the Colts? That's a team right there. That's a team.
No Watson in Houston.
Yeah.
Texans are screwed.
It always boils
Hey,
down to no Watson.
When's their next first-round draft pick
For who?
for the Texans? Is it 2 years away?
God, I don't know.
Next year? When is it?
My kids will be out of college probably by that time.
As of right now, I believe next year they finally have a first round pick.
And they're going to blow it.
Oh, they're probably gonna trade Deshaun Watson and give up a first round pick for I don't know, a receiver or something.
Yeah.
Or is that something Bill O'Brien would
They're going to
do?
look at the Cardinals and be like, Larry Fitzgerald looks nice. here's Deshaun Watson
Would you like to
and
go
all of
there?
our
Yeah.
future.
But I mean, the Colts, yeah, they need a quarterback next year. So find
Hey,
out.
how about Kyler Murray?
Yeah, they wouldn't trade Kyler Murray for Deshaun Watson, I don't think.
They have
Really?
I don't think so. Hot take, I know, but yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
There's just people like that, though. They might not be equal in talent, but them leaving, I don't think.
yeah.
would
But
be
if
an
you put
option.
Deshaun and DeAndre Hopkins back together,
I know,
and
but-
Fitzgerald comes back for one more year,
which he probably will. I'm trying to think of another quarterback who's like that. Like Russell Wilson.
Wilson. Yeah, I was just about to say.
Would you trade Russell Wilson for Deshaun Watson? You probably would, but there's no way in hell Seattle
No,
would
it's
ever
not
do
gonna.
that.
No,
yeah.
that's not happening. No, but I think there's a big difference between Russell Wilson and Seattle, who's been there. How many years has he been there now?
I know, but that's the thing, though. Kyler Murray's still figuring it out. And they did not play bad this season. They didn't make it to the playoffs, but they did not play bad.
I think that's the big difference.
Because I remember how hyped we all were whenever they were having their games against Seattle. They were a pretty exciting team this year.
put the mute on there. Life gets a lot. It's crazy.
What was that commercial for?
Some cruise, I think. So.
They better be paying us money. Was that a 5-second clip? How much is that?
That's
That's like
$50,000.
Yeah, exactly.
10,000.
Is that Carnival? I'll send them an email right now.
I think it might be. Yeah, either that or
They messed with the wrong one.
the ones that are in Florida. That yeah, it's the one that's in Florida that has a big mouse that's in charge of everything operation.
Is that Carnival or is that the
That's
Disney line?
Disney.
That was Disney. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not messing. I'm not
The
messing
one with the
Disney.
big mouth.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. No, I was looking at the quarterback situation for the Colts and everything, and you got the Jacoby Brissett would be their quarterback right now. Be good, right? No,
No.
you don't think so?
Yeah.
What did he win?
Nah.
One game in New England
Yeah.
whenever Tom Brady was suspended.
Hey, man. That was 27-0.
I don't care.
Do you know who they beat?
I don't care.
Jose does.
Listen,
It was the Texans.
Well, that explains why Jacoby Brissett.
that's what the nightmare. I had a feeling in the back of my mind. Yeah, it always happens. Like, okay, we got a shot at winning
Yep.
this time. Nope, we don't actually.
It was against our boy.
Oof.
What's
Yeah.
this? Brock Osweiler.
Oof. The $100 million man.
74, sir.
74.
$74 million.
But
Yikes.
Tom's logic here. So we have Tom Brady going as being the GOAT, round 6. Jacoby Brissett was picked in round 3. Therefore, he got to be winning 12 Super Bowls then, because by that mathematical equation, let me see, they carry the 4, carry the 2, divided by anybody?
No,
No?
you're
All right.
alone on that one.
There is no mathematical equation there.
I think, who knows? Because the Colts aren't picking until later. They're picking until pick number 21 in the first round.
Yeah, they
So
don't
they're
have a
not gonna pick
chance.
up a quarterback. Brissett's it. Brissett's
They
gonna
could
be-
trade for a quarterback, though. Trade that
up?
first pick, like I'm saying with the Patriots.
Trade up and everything? Could be.
Maybe not trade up to draft, but trade for like a nice, like maybe like,
They can
Tyrod
sign Cam
Taylor.
Newton on an incentive program.
nah,
See,
he's
that
done.
works out well all the time, yeah.
nah.
The best, yeah. But
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Not a bad one.
No, he's available.
he's not going to stay with Miami.
Nah,
He went 4-0, remember?
he doesn't want to be a backup forever. I think he wants his chance to plug another hole for a year
It could happen.
because he did not play bad this season.
No, not at all.
Dude, he got him out of the hole so many times.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Man.
That
maybe he can
Raiders
get the
game?
Colts. Don't get me started. It was a beautiful game. That was his Heineke moment.
So that takes care of our football talk for the evening there. So a lot of boxing action. I know you guys probably didn't catch a lot of that. Did y'all see any? Y'all hear anything about the boxing? No? I'll go ahead. Fill you guys in right now. So
Thank you.
the Plant versus Truex fight was this weekend. It was on Fox. Really good fight. Caleb Plant went. It was 12 rounds, but it was a really lopsided victory for Plant. But after the fight, he had his sights set on another guy. If y'all heard about Canelo Alvarez, big fight. But Canelo's also coming up right now, this month coming up, and he's going to fight Avni Yildirim. It's a mandatory challenger. So people are wondering why. I mean, Canelo's already got 2 fights lined up, and he had this year. The next person would be Caleb Plant right after that. That's 3 fights in 1 year for Canelo. Basically, he's trying to unify the super middleweight division. He already I think, what is it? Canelo holds WBC right now, WBA, and I don't know if you guys know about boxing, but they have a lot of letter organizations. So he's got 2 right now: WBC, WBA, Ring Magazine titles, and then he's fighting his mandatory challenger, like I said, Avni Yildirim, and then after that, he's set to fight Billy Joe Saunders, and he's got the WBO super middleweight title. This guy's 30-0. This guy,
Canelo's 30,
no, the other guy, Billy Joe Saunders, 30-0, going up against this guy. He's got 2 fights coming up, and then going up against 21-0 Caleb Plant after that. If all this happens right here, basically Canelo would have 3 fights before the year's over, unifying the titles. That's a tough road ahead of him, though. I don't see, when you look at a sport like that, I don't think I've ever seen it when somebody's already got another fight set, much less 2 fights set before, what, we're in February right now? So before February's over, he's already going to be fighting once, and then, 30 days later. I think, no, 90 days later, I'm sorry. But a tough road ahead of him, though. I think if anybody can do it, it'd be him. I know as far as boxing action, I think that's some of the biggest stories right now. We have Ryan Garcia. Have y'all heard about this guy? Ryan Garcia is supposed to be fighting Manny Pacquiao, too.
Oh, yeah, I did hear about this fight.
But I think as far as big news stories and everything like that for that, but I think that one is still up in the books right now. I don't think there's a lot of variables that are going into that. One, will it be like a exhibition fight, do 8 rounds exhibition? If that's the case, I don't see why Ryan Garcia, like a top prospect right now, moving up in the world, would want to do that. But you want to fight a hero like Manny Pacquiao? I mean, that guy's been through it all. So I mean, I think that would be something good. As far as that, thank God the Mayweather fight got postponed or delayed.
The Logan Paul one?
Yeah, is he fighting?
You don't want to see that fight?
I do not want to see that fight.
I want to see that fight.
I mean,
How? Okay, but let me ask you this, though. the world would be turned on its head if Logan Paul beat Floyd Mayweather. Let's say obviously he's not the boxer that Floyd is, obviously,
Not
but
at all, yeah.
if he just randomly got like one good shot in with his size and knocked out Floyd Mayweather, could you imagine?
If he were to get like one perfect shot, yeah, you got a puncher's chance. Everybody's got a puncher's chance. However, not against Mayweather, not against, arguably one of the great, like if not the greatest of all time. Like I know people want to throw that out there and everything. I know there's a lot of great fighters out there, but Mayweather's done it. Back to talk. He's walked the walk a lot of times. So I don't know. I don't think this Paul character can do that. And plus, I don't like that he's like representing the sport of boxing. You're talking about his brother now.
You're thinking of Jake.
Jake is going.
I'm talking about
these guys are now representing like the
but
boxing.
you have to be fair though, because I mean, obviously, like me and Tom aren't too into boxing, but we get into the world whenever they kind of have these fights because they're not
right.
They're not actual worth anything besides a crap ton of money. But
No, yeah.
it's bringing more eyes to the sports, which I think is pretty important.
I'd just rather see it with good fights, like
Yeah, but
Ryan
you're a
Garcia.
purist though.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that, right?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, it's always good. I mean, they're doing a lot for boxing, I would say. At least since those two are so popular with the younger kids,
Right.
like, they're bringing a lot more young people into boxing that otherwise would not be if they weren't involved.
No, I know, yeah. And I think with the last fight, I don't know their names, either whoever just fought on the undercard for Mike Tyson, Roy Jones.
That was Jake Paul and Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson? Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I know, I've heard people say, oh, I didn't watch the Tyson fight for that. I didn't watch that exhibition fight. I watched it because Paul was on the undercard against, the YouTube people and everything. So I'm like, so I know people watch it because of that. So, I mean, you have two greats like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. going at each other, and people are more concerned about the undercard. So I'm like, that was a little hurtful right there because,
Yeah.
as much I know it didn't count for anything. It's just an exhibition match, but I mean, Mike Tyson in there against Jones, a pretty big event, in my eyes.
Yeah, but
so.
Jones didn't want to be there.
No.
he was getting
Right.
slapped, so I'm sure he was happy.
No, yeah, I mean, like all the rules and everything was just stacked to like say it's just going to be, we're going to punch at each other. It's not going to be trying to knock each other out and like that. And in the end, I think it was good, and I think more fights are being made out of it. I don't know about what's hype and what's not right now, but Holyfield trying to make a comeback too and get in there with Tyson and duke it out. Now that one,
He's going to take his other ear off.
yeah, or like I
God.
hope not.
What about the Ben Askren Jake Paul
That
boxing
one, yeah.
match?
That's what I'm like, because I mean, I see that a lot of people have been talking about it, and how Paul is representing boxing. I don't want him to be the representative for boxing.
Well, yeah, he's not representing boxing. Whoever
Yeah.
said that. Is it multiple people saying that?
Probably there's a few people saying.
Okay, well, that's a yikes in the
Well, they
first
want
place.
Askren to knock him out, and I think, yeah, I do want.
I
Askren
want
to
Ben Askren to get knocked out.
You want the other.
I
way.
don't like Ben Askren. When he got knocked out by Masvidal, that was bliss.
That was
Because he was such an annoying, like he had never done anything in the UFC. I think he won one fight.
yeah.
And then he got knocked out in the fastest time ever by
That was
Jorge
rough,
Masvidal.
man.
That was. Have you seen that fight before? I know you're not that big into UFC.
I don't think I have.
So Ben Askren is like a known grappler. Like he likes to get people on the ground because that's what, to his credit, he's very good at it. So Jorge Masvidal came in with this amazing game plan where he's like, he knew Ben Askren was going to shoot, pretty much like trying to bring him down. So with the first like 3 seconds of the fight, he ran and just kneed him in the head.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep, I've seen it.
Fastest knockout in UFC history.
Yeah.
I think it was 6 seconds. I think when it's all said.
And you know what's funny is Jorge Masvidal is actually training Jake Paul. So
going up with the one punch, a quick one punch, like that's how you're gonna take him down.
that's it. Hey,
That's
I
pretty awesome.
it's pretty funny. I can't wait to see how these fights turn out because obviously, like you said, they're more gimmicky than anything. But
Yeah.
as I said, it's bringing kids into the sport, which is always good.
Yeah. Well, I guess I don't know. There's no bad publicity. What is it? There's
Yeah,
such,
there's
no
no-
such thing as bad publicity,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
But unless it's Logan and Jake Paul, I'm thinking that one.
Yeah, I'd say Jake is a little bit more bad publicity than
Yeah.
Logan. Hey, but now that Connor got absolutely annihilated by Dustin Poirier, maybe he'll actually take that fight with Jake Paul if he beats Ben Askren.
McGregor taking a fight with
Yeah,
Jake Paul?
I think McGregor. That's a no chance fight right there. But
Oh, McGregor wants to.
Y'all think
do it-
McGregor's done?
No.
I don't think he's done. But he's not who he used to. Like he needs to do something. Like he got mad at Khabib saying like this is what happens when you switch camps and you do all this stuff and you leave the people behind that you started with.
Yeah.
That's what it's looking like happens. Like you get knocked out. Like he did not look the same.
But on that one, I Khabib's retired right now, and I did hear about that one. I did see that one after the fight and everything. I just a time and place, like McGregor just just suffered a devastating loss right there. And
Yeah.
Then you got to hear about that like minutes later or whatever, like probably less than an hour later. I'm like time and place, and Khabib.
Yeah, but they have bad blood already.
Bad blood. Yeah, I was like Khabib's in his rights because they had a bad exchange when they fought too. But I mean, he could have waited at least a day or two.
Nah, he don't care.
I mean, it was a rough time.
He hopped over the ring to fight
'Cause
McGregor's
he's-
people. So
I know.
he don't care.
Because he's not coming back. I mean, like he said, he's leaps and bounds better than.
Yeah,
Poirier.
what he said to Dana. What did he say to Dana White? He said, "I'm better than all these guys. Like
Right.
they're so beneath me. Like why would I come back out?"
I mean, if that's the case, then.
But here's the deal. There's other. What weight class is that? That's middleweight.
No, they're fighting featherweight, I think.
That's Khabib.
Isn't it featherweight? No.
Khabib isn't featherweight.
Lightweight. I mean, I'm sorry.
Lightweight.
Yeah.
So what about Israel Adesanya? Like, are you so far above Israel Adesanya? Are you so above John Jones? Like, those are the people that he should. I mean, I don't think he would last against John Jones.
No. And
John
Adesanya
Jones
either.
would.
Adesanya, the way he's fighting right now too. That guy's.
Oh yeah. See, I will say Adesanya, that fight that he had against what's his name?
I know.
The holy. What was his name? The holy.
Man, was it? Who did he just fight?
So Adesanya just fought Paulo Acosta.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, who was the guy that he fought? I always forget because it was such a disappointing fight. Oh, Yoel Romero.
Yep.
He fought Yoel Romero, and that was such a disappointing fight. So whenever he went to fight Paulo Acosta, I thought he was going to destroy him.
He did.
No, I thought Acosta was going to destroy
Okay. I was like, he did.
Adesanya because he's way more physical and he can like run up. But man, that fight, I don't think anybody can beat Israel. I want the John Jones matchup to happen with him for sure.
That would be a nice one right there. Yeah.
I don't think it will ever happen because John Jones wants to fight Stipe.
Who does he want?
Stipe.
Oh, Steve. Yeah. I mean, a lot of good fights that can be made right there, but I mean, like,
Besides the Rose one that we were talking about.
oh yeah, it was
Weili Zhang and then Rose Namajunas.
I mean, yeah. Was it? I looked up Rose and it actually just came up Rose, a picture of a rose. So.
Oh, really? There you
that's
go.
not who I'm thinking
You just
of
gotta,
right now.
I don't think she'll ever be more popular than the actual flower Rose. She's never going to
Could
be the
happen,
first
man.
thing that
Could
pops
happen.
up.
That could be a tough fight for her, though. Yeah, if it gets made, though. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to get made eventually, but I don't want it to.
But she's coming off a nice win with against Jessica. I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Ariadne, I think.
Andridge. I don't know. It says Andrade, but I know it's like not pronounced that way.
Oh, yeah. Well, they need to have their trilogy fight, I think, because
Mm-hmm.
that fight went to decision. I'm pretty sure the first time they fought, it was not a decision.
She Rose lost against her, so yeah, it would be like back to back. It would be a quick like three fights in a row. So I don't know. She fought Joanna twice, and then she fought Jessica twice.
Well, I think Weili needs to fight Joanna one more time before she moves on to somebody else, because that fight was so electric that I don't think it would be fair to Joanna to just be like, all right, Rose, go in there, even though you're about to get stomped out in front of everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. Get that puncher's chance, like everybody. So Rose got in her, so she's got a pretty.
I guess. I feel like every time she's on the TV, she's getting her ass whooped by somebody. But she's good. That's what everybody always says. She's so good. And every time I watch her, it's just, I don't see it.
Yeah, it's been up and down for her and everything. So, but yeah, a lot of good stuff and everything. A lot of good matchups that can be made. in the long run. And then as far as boxing though, like the big fights are being made right now. And then off the boxing, like outside the ring, basically, just got news today that the International Boxing Hall of Fame, they're postponing their celebration usually in June. So like the 2022, it's going to be 3 classes inducted into the Boxing Hall of Fame. So that's going to be a crazy weekend up in Canastota for 2022. Everything boils over with COVID and everything. It's this year it was supposed to be Mayweather, Layla Ali, Klitschko, Andre Ward, and Wolf, all inducted into the Hall of Fame. Last year, if I have it pulled up, I know all my stuff is here somewhere along the way. Bernard Hopkins, Juan Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley, Barbara Butrick, Christy Martin, Lucia Riker. Those were from last year, so all that plus what I just mentioned, plus whoever gets ended up in 2021, that's going to be a crazy celebration right there. So that one I'll probably be able to hopefully take a little trip up to Canastota and check this out.
Gonna be expensive that weekend over there.
Oh my God, yeah, I don't know how they're gonna fit it all into a 3-day. It's usually 3-4 days, I think. So let's see, probably do the whole week. Either way, I'm down. I'm gonna take a little road trip or plane trip. Never mind. I don't want to do that. So let's go ahead and as far as that, let me think here. Let's go ahead and take a little break and just kind of go over some of the news of the week right coming up after that. We'll talk back about the Stafford Goff trade and Deshaun Watson. I think we already talked about Deshaun Watson, but we'll talk more about the Stafford Goff trade and see who ended up winning that one. We'll go get on that after the break. All right, guys, we are back. Finished strong right now. The last topic of the day. We have the Rams and the Lions making a blockbuster trade. Stafford and Goff and a few picks along the way, too. So, what do y'all think? The right picture on there?
Which picks are they? It's the third pick this year, and then the first round pick next year, and then the first round pick the year after that.
Gotcha, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't have another picture, so I was like, that's the one.
All right, cool. So, what do you guys think about that?
I like it. And people can say all they want about, oh, the Rams got fleeced, yada, yada, whatever it may be. But who's going to be playing in the playoffs next season? Probably the Rams. Who's going to be playing in the playoffs the season after that? Probably the Rams. The season after that? Probably the Rams. I don't think they got fleeced too much. I mean, yeah, they gave up a couple picks, but are you trying to win now or are you trying to win 2 years from now? You're trying to win right now. And if that was their intention, which I'm pretty sure it was, then they did a hell of a job. I feel like they got what they needed. And the biggest thing is if they can get Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey to renegotiate their contracts so they can be more heavy-ended, then they can sign somebody like I was talking about earlier, Chris Godwin, right now. And if you're Aaron Donald and you're Jalen Ramsey and you're trying to win right now, I think that negotiation is pretty easy to do if you can bring in somebody like Chris Godwin or bring in somebody like Allen Robinson who can, make an immediate impact on your offense with Matty Stafford. Matty Stafford, man. He's the king.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I fall. I know a lot of people disagree, but I'm a big fan of Stafford. And I think that he's going to do a lot in LA.
No, man. I think, I'm sorry to cut you out. I know you're about to, but I know, the people agree with you, Rob. I did a Instagram poll, and we said who would win more games next season, Matt Stafford or Jared Goff? And the people spoke, and it was a resounding Matt Stafford's going to win more games next year. So people agree with you, Rob.
Well, you should ask who's going to win more games over the next 3 years since they have those draft picks. Because that's the big thing. The Rams don't have a first-round draft pick until 2024.
Dang, yeah.
What's that ad for? Because I need money for that one, too. I need to know the ad so I can...
I don't know.
This is why we're missing out on money right here. I could have fleeced whoever that was for free advertisement.
Well... Free agent wide receivers, you got AJ Green, Allen Robinson, T.Y. Hilton, Sammy Watkins.
T.Y. Hilton's not going anywhere.
We'll take him in the Texans over here. We'll take them all.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, look, here's the thing, Jose. First flaw, asking who's going to win more games.
None of those players are old enough for y'all to take yet anyway.
Jared Goff or Matthew Stafford. It has nothing to do with the quarterbacks. It's Detroit. Of course they're going to have more losses than Rams. That's not just this year. That's this year, next year. Like
point.
Rob said, 3 years from now, it's probably going to be the same case.
Exactly.
Even
after Matthew
they're
Stafford
the Texans
leaves.
of the NFC.
It's a team effort. I'll give you that. But how many wins is a quarterback worth to a team? So who gets the most? Because, they're a big part of that process and everything.
Yeah,
so,
but even in that aspect, if you look at it, Jared Goff, they got 11 wins, 10 wins this season.
Jared Goff has never seen a losing season since he became the starting quarterback, because he started midway, so I don't count that season. Just the season from the very beginning, he's never seen a losing season.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's about to.
I get that, but how many wins does he translate into? Because he's no chump, okay, back there. He's
not a chump. No.
So he's done his part, and I get that Matt Stafford is going into a better situation than Jared Goff, unfortunately for Goff. But that doesn't mean that he has to just lay over and say, that's it, I want to have a losing season regardless, because that's not how he's built. He's confused. Why did he get traded? All that other stuff, notwithstanding. I think Jared Goff translates to a little more wins for the Lions, no matter who's over there in that team, Well,
let's see. Kenny Golladay, I think he's up this season too, unless they'll probably franchise tag him.
You're saying Jared Goff is going to bring more wins, so
I mean, what they had
than Stafford did.
Dan Stafford. I mean,
With Dan Campbell?
I don't know what did Lions
Bite the next 14 kneecaps off
Yeah.
Dan Campbell.
Want to take another hunk out of you?
Oh gosh, man! Now you got me thinking. Yeah, no, it's true. Lions at 5 wins, I think, with Goff at the helm.
But they have some good draft picks this year. So we'll see what I think they have a top 10 pick, the Lions. So let's see what they do with that. I mean, they can have the chance.
So look, I mean, as far as the trade, is it a good trade? I think it is. But Rob, when you say if you're trying to win right now, if it's a good trade, can't I ask you the same thing and say, hey, for the next 5 years, Miami gave up first round picks for Watson for the team they have right now? Isn't that a good trade?
No.
What? Why?
For just picks or players?
So-
too?
Just picks? Oh, if it's just picks, hell yeah.
But I asked you that earlier, and you said
I thought we were
you're
talking about
giving up.
players.
No, but
No. I
said
didn't say it wasn't a good trade. I said that I didn't think they would make the Super Bowl. That's what I said. If
So
they
how
if
far
they
do you
gave up
think the
no
Lions would
players,
get?
the Lions?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. How far do you think the Rams are gonna get?
Oh, I thought I said that earlier too. NFC Championship
Yeah.
or AFC. My bad. No, NFC. I had it right.
Oh my.
I had it right. I had it
Where
right.
are we at now?
Look, man,
We
I
will
don't
be
know.
teaching
AFC,
Rob.
NFC, why they don't even matter. But
But I mean, yeah.
yeah, if they can give up nothing for him but picks,
Well,
boom.
So with what they have right now, because they just gave up the 3rd round pick this coming draft,
Yeah.
they got Matt Stafford,
Yeah.
and if they renegotiate,
Yeah.
interesting. NFC Championship.
You don't wait. So I know you said that you don't think they'll make it too far.
Who the Rams?
Yeah.
I mean, like, okay, so if I do an analytical side here, they won 10 games this past season, 10-6.
Yeah.
With Stafford at the helm, how many wins is he worth? I don't know at that. They
2
already
more?
have a team.
12-4.
I'm gonna say 13-3.
So I'll say this.
How many wins versus? I'm sorry to interrupt, but
No, go ahead.
between Stafford and Goff, or Stafford and Goff,
3
how
wins.
many? So Stafford's worth 3 wins. How many is Goff worth?
Oh no, I think Stafford has 3 more wins worth
3 more wins worth,
than
right.
Goff is.
Yeah, because at that point, you're looking at Goff, and he's on a 5-11 team right now. So I think he's worth 2 wins. So I mean, at that
So
point,
you think they're gonna be 7?
I mean, at the
and 9?
the very best, yeah, 7 and 9.
I think
Best case. I'm giving Goff a little credit. Yes,
You're
'cause-
giving him a little.
and that's going into his first
How many-
losing season ever.
How many 5,000 yard seasons has Goff had?
I don't think he has.
How many 4,000 yard seasons did Goff have?
You got the analytics behind. I don't know.
Stafford's had like 6 of those.
Exactly.
He's going to the playoffs. I mean, so then that turn.
But if you want to say it like that, how many playoff wins
I think
does
you need to take that 2 games that you're giving Goff, and you need to add that to 0 because that's how that team
Add
is
that to
going to be. Yeah.
So they're gonna go 2 and
If they
14.
even keep Goff, they might trade him and to get some more draft capital.
But then you got Stafford. He's worth more wins than that. And you got Seahawks in that division. Cardinals. You know they're
Oh, the
Not
Rams
bad.
are the best team in that division right now.
they are right. I mean, well, Seahawks were 12-4 last year. So
Yeah, but the Rams are. No, I'm saying with Matthew Stafford,
With
they're the
Stafford?
best.
now, yeah. So I mean, you're thinking 12-4.
13-3.
12 was 13-3.
I'm thinking
Okay.
12-4.
So 2 wins.
So look, I'll say this. I think Matt Stafford's great.
yeah.
Let's
No
not
problem
have
with
any
that.
confusion. And Rob, if you haven't noticed already, I have now tried to bet you Heineken that they will now make the NFC Championship game because I don't put it past them.
And that's where is who won that trade. And you're saying 12-4.
I
You're saying 2
think
wins
the
better?
Rams won the trade.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And just matters if they win right now, right?
I'm sorry.
Because if they don't win next year,
The next 3 years,
they have to win.
right?
They
Because
have-
that's
they have
where
to
the
go for
draft picks are going. Like
I mean,
for the
yeah.
next 3 years, if at least 2 of the 3 years, if Rams can make the playoffs, and if
Then
the
yeah.
Lions don't,
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
big time win.
It's going to be a fun. If
And there's a good chance the
start with-
Lions
Do
won't.
do the Rams play the Lions at all?
the Lions-
I think in the next 2 years they would.
I want if they play next season.
Wait, don't they play? They do play each other next year, I think.
Look up that schedule, man. I want to see because I'm watching that game. I just want to see the look on Sean McVay's face when they're up 50-0.
Oh darn it! I could tell you the BC Lions. I guess is this a hockey team or something?
How
Maybe.
about
Is that British Columbia? Maybe that's the CFL
Man, I don't know, but they.
Yep, they played the Detroit Lions.
next season.
Yeah, Rams at home played the Detroit Lions.
Woo!
What?
I want to see how many hunks they take out of the Rams that game. How many
That'll be interesting
kneecaps?
right there. Man, well, a lot of great stuff and everything. We're gonna next week we can come back and analyze the Chiefs win over the Bucks. It's gonna
Bucks
be
win over the
great.
Chiefs.
Sorry, I couldn't hear.
Bucks win over the Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
What makes you think Chiefs are gonna win?
What the Chiefs?
Yeah,
All I got is just Mahomes for you. Mahomes is gonna do.
Is
anything it
Mahomes
takes.
better than Tom Brady?
All right, well, not.
before you answer that, I just want to point out that you keep picking veterans.
And all of a sudden, clearly, it didn't give me my Heineke's at the end. Okay, so
Yeah.
So the one thing that hasn't let me down is Mahomes getting to the big game right now. I mean, just his production over the course of the whole season, it hasn't been like just the playoffs. He's been consistent. I mean,
Yeah.
they were what 12, 14-2. They got to a good. I mean, if I can just look up here.
Well, I mean, 14-2 is also with them the starters not playing games week 17.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, Kansas City is a great team.
Oh, they're
It's
the
gonna be the
best.
toughest matchup they're gonna have is this week.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just still can't bet against Brady. It's the playoffs.
You know what's going to be crazy is Mahomes had a pretty good comeback last season or the last Super Bowl in the fourth quarter.
Mm-hmm.
These two going at it in the fourth quarter is going to be pretty great.
But that's the thing. Like, I think either of these teams, if you fall behind going into the fourth quarter, I think it's a bad sign.
yeah.
Like, I don't think there's a comeback in the Super Bowl. I don't see that unless it's like, oh my God, they were 3 points down and now they're 4 points up because of a touchdown.
Right.
That's it. Because even that AFC Championship game, there was 4 lead changes in the fourth quarter.
That counts as a fourth quarter comeback. You know?
I don't know if that counts as a comeback. That's just called a back and forth.
Game-winning drive. You know, you come back, you hit the field goal or a touchdown in this case, whatever, to win the game. That's like Tony Romo has like 7 or 8 in his career.
Mhm.
He's got a lot, but I think 2 of those he caused them himself, setting him back. But I mean, regardless though, whatever it takes, you know, you get that last touchdown, go ahead touchdown. That counts as it.
Before we go off, do y'all want to predict the scores?
The which one?
The scores
Super
for the
Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Scores?
What's
Oh,
your ending score?
man? It's gonna be close. I would say it's gonna be high scoring too. So I'm gonna go like 27-24 for Kansas City. Obviously,
You're going low, man.
high scoring. That's about 40 something points.
Oh, I'm going higher than that.
What's the over under on that?
Oh, it's like 50. I think it's 54.
54. So I got the under then, I guess. Huh? Yeah, 56 points.
56. Okay.
So 27-24. That's 40, 47. It's close. Just a little under.
Yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't crazy. I don't think. I got the under. So 27-24.
Okay.
Chiefs.
I'm going. I think it's going to be 35-28
Oof.
Bucks.
Dang. 35.
So I'll take the over.
Taking the over, huh?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to
Alright.
take 32-31 Bucks.
32. What is this? Price is right.
Hey, we'll find out. We'll find out. Whoever gets closest will get a 24 pack of Heineken.
All right.
First off, does anybody here even actually drink Heineken?
I have drank Heineken one time. I was at a NASCAR race. Somebody offered it to me. It was good.
It was good.
Yeah.
Who won that race?
Maybe Tony Stewart. It's been a while.
Wow.
Drank
Driving for
enough
Lowe's,
Heineken,
huh?
he does not remember.
Was he drove for Lowe's or Home Depot?
Tony Stewart used to drive for the Home Depot car. Yeah,
There it
20,
is, yeah.
Home Depot. Yeah.
Those are them days.
I used to
man.
have a NASCAR Xbox game.
Did you?
It was so fun.
I've never played a NASCAR game before, but I used to actually keep
the
up with
second
NASCAR.
I know I'm not going to win the game, I get into so many wrecks.
There you go. That's the way you do it, man. You pull
everything
it.
left and right.
Oh, man. 180 miles an hour, take someone straight to the wall.
That's good stuff, man. Yeah, but I was rooting for Dale Jr. at the time, so yeah.
Yeah, of course, you got to.
I had the 8
So, Jose, are we putting any Heinekens on this game?
on the Super Bowl.
I thought we were saying 24-pack of Heineken. I was just asking if anybody actually drank. I mean, we're doing it for the Heineken,
Yeah, of course.
but I don't know that I've actually ever had a Heineken before.
We just do a
It's not
6-pack of
bad.
Heineken.
Yeah, we'll do 6-pack to be comfortable.
So, if you lose, are we getting 3 beers each, or
Yeah, we can do that. Me and you can just split a 6-pack.
that's fair?
So okay, all right. So when y'all lose, I get the 6-pack.
You get the full 6-pack. And if they have like a premium Heineken, I got you.
Okay.
You'll get that. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get you non-alcoholic when they just came out with. That's what I'll get you.
I gotta drive the next day. Yeah. So.
Yeah, exactly. Got to be safe.
So cool. Well, all right, guys. This concludes our shows. Great stuff as always. So we're gonna come back next week and analyze a lot of the good stuff. But I don't know what will be going on besides Super Bowl discussion, but I'm sure we plenty of stories out there to be talked about. As always, thanks for joining us. Be sure to catch us on our website. It's coolsportsguy.com. Also, check us out on facebook.com/coolsportsguy. Also, a few other places, Instagram, The Cool Sports Guy, Twitter, @CoolSportsGuy, and Reddit. That's right, we're on there too. Reddit.com/r/coolsportsguy is the address there. So just check us out. Make sure, also, if you like this stream here on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're on every Wednesday. We come at you with new content every week. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and then check us out. So, you guys, see y'all next week, huh?
Ta-ta.
Yes, sir.
All right.